Today, on the World Day Against Child Labor, I want to bring attention to the exploitation of millions of children engaged in child labor around the world.
A conflict in the Tanganyika province of the Democratic Republic of Congo has displaced over 630,000 people from their homes over the past year, forcing parents to send their children to work as sand miners.
The unfortunate truth is that many of the technologies which Americans enjoy today are made with minerals sourced by child slaves. Take the nickel and cobalt that power our smartphones and our electric vehicles, for example. The United States currently imports 78% of its cobalt from the Congo, a nation that utilizes child labor. According to UNICEF, 40,000 children work in the cobalt mines in the Congo. These children, some as young as 7 years old, work in horrific conditions where they are forced to extract cobalt by hand or face the wrath of traffickers. The conditions of these mines are so poor that sometimes the children are buried alive when the mines cave in. Meanwhile, the Duluth complex, located in northern Minnesota, contains 95% of America's nickel reserves and 88% of America's cobalt reserves. Yet, this abundance of domestic resources remain untapped, and many of our skilled union workers remain sidelined. Today, we must all ask ourselves, why is the United States of America still reliant on nations that employ child labor, especially when we can produce these critical minerals here in Minnesota under the best labor standards and the best environmental standards in the world? In Congress, it has been my goal to help end the horrific practice of child labor and ensure that the minerals used in our iPhones, renewable modern energies, and infrastructure projects are sourced ethically and responsibly. That's why I've submitted bipartisan legislation 6 different times to ensure our supply chains are free of child labor. Unfortunately, Democrats have blocked every single one. It remains a mystery to me as to why preventing and combating child slave labor is a controversial issue for my Democrat colleagues. But today, on the World Day Against Child Labor, I renew my calls to Democrats and President Biden to help me prevent these abuses and hold the United States to a much higher standard. Rather than rely on nations that utilize child labor, let's empower Minnesota's miners to responsibly source the critical minerals necessary for our everyday life. So let's work together to end child labor.